for the looks of the turtles. It varied over the years.
Sure.
Been cartoony and serious. So this is more, I think, leaning towards the more serious one. The white eyes. So it's curious what you're looking for, or that balance.
Well, so what I will say is when we were initially tasked with this movie, we wanted to pull from 84 series, Turtles, Mirage comic stuff. Wide Eye, that was always the inspiration. That was always the backbone. Like, oh, are we going too dark? What did they do? We're not going too dark. It's fine. Or we could pull it back a little bit. Or, because at the end of the day, we are working for two large companies, Warner Brothers and Nickelodeon. Both have a solid grasp on their IPs. So a lot of that came down to final say. But yeah, the Turtles, we had Andy Kuhn do the preliminary designs. He does the IDW run stuff. So he did the initial preliminary designs for the movie, and then our character designer, our lead guy, Stephen Choi, came in and helped make them animation friendly, helped them turn around, designing shoulders to look a certain way, tweaking things a certain way. To make it able to turn properly and to be able to cheat certain things, but while also trying to not lose the spirit of what Andy Kuhn originally designed. And he did designs for everybody in the film. He did preliminary designs for everybody in the film, so that was cool. Yeah.
You have a challenge in Fight One. This is adapting loosely a graphic novel or a miniseries, and say finding the right tone. You talked about the design from Andy Kuhn, but in your head, like finding the tone as far as what the action is.
Right. Well, I feel it was. I mean, something like this, yeah, it definitely wasn't easy. It was fun. It was a bucket list project I didn't know I had, but that was the thing. It's like what is too jokey? What is too serious? What is too violent? What is too tame? And it was just there was an editing process that we went through. We did a lot of passes on stuff. We have to make both bosses happy, both Nickelodeon and Warner Brothers. But ultimately, it was just about being genuine, embracing the movie that we make, knowing the movie that we're making, knowing the source material, knowing the audience, being part of the target demographic. It kind of lent itself, and it's where we pulled from too. From the 84 stuff, from the 87 series, it's an amalgamation. As dark as this movie does go with the violence and or like threats and or grittiness, we also don't shy away from humor when it warrants itself, or dark humor, or to get a laugh, or the awkward silence. It was just trying to be pure and genuine in whatever moments and or beats were happening in the story. Mm-hmm. Fans complaining about stuff? Never. It's gonna be so perfect. No, not even. I'll be honest. When I first read the script, I'm like, that's bullshit. Nope, don't want that. Why are we not do Dimension X? It makes so much sense. Blah 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 blah. But that was just my first initial guttural reaction. Just initial. Once I read the script, realized the movie that we're making, it was a godsend that Ben and Marley figured that out way before I got on board, and it just makes sense. And I will find that when you guys watch the movie, I think you'll just be surprised how much it just lends itself to it. These universes are not that different. They both study, ninja, Bushido. It's about discipline. It's about striking away, fading out into the night. I know that's a Turtles quote, but how many times does Batman live by that creed? It's gadgets, weapons, elements of surprise, doing good. They just lend themselves to work together. So there was a lot of work that there was a lot of figuring out that we didn't need to do because it just kind of worked. And then we were able to kind of take the existing mythos and just hopefully add to it and embellish more.
Well, you gestured to yourself as you said target demographic.
Yeah.
So what is it that you're aspiring, what are the
If you're a fan of the 84 comic, the 87 series, I personally grew up with that stuff. I grew up playing the Hyperstone Heist on Genesis. My favorite is Turtles in Time on Super NES. There are nods to that in this movie as well. If you grew up with 89 Batman Keaton, if you grew up maybe even with a little bit of Adam West Batman, if it's that. If you grew up with those films, that part of the era of the franchise, this movie's more likely for you. Not to say that kids can't watch it, but I mean it's PG-13. We try
The
not.
kids are watching it.
Oh, dude, they're gonna watch it. It's already gonna be out there. But what I'm saying is, if there was an opportunity for the turtles to use their weapons, that's what they're there for. So, and Shredder is a MFer, so he's kind of a bad guy. He's literally made of knives. Kind of hard not to do a G cartoon when he's fighting you or throwing shuriken.
So,
He throws a shuriken in this. It's awesome.
going back to the design, obviously the
Yeah.
original artist, Freddie Williams, had a
Right.
distinct look. Was there any, was there any pretty much off the table replicating that style, or did you decide to?
A lot of that. So when I came on board, the Andy Kuhn stuff was already done. So they had already, so whatever process they had went to, they had already gotten through that, and I never actually asked about why decisions were made. I just went with, oh, these are the facts. Cool. We roll with the movie. This is how we go. Naturally, story elements wise or whatever. If there's something we can go reference to the comic book, pull in. For example, there was something that I specifically wanted from the comic in the movie. So it wasn't design based, but it was story based. And it's the scene. It's the line where Leo says he was trying to figure us out like a detective. I went, that line is so cheesy. I need it. So I straight up have like Leo do like Shatner acting, like lean on the brick wall like a detective. And that was storyboarded by our amazingly talented Chris Copeland, who did a lot of really good key pivotal moments in this, and who you guys will see on the Blu-ray special features when this comes out. So yeah, but hopefully that answered your question. Cool.
What are you proudest of about this film?
I'm sorry?
What are you proudest of about this film?
What am I proudest of? The fact that it's gotten made. The fact that not only did we get a chance to do this, but it's getting released. It's been 2 years that we've had to be quiet about this. I'm just proud that it crossed the finish line. It's done. It's out of our hands now, and it's up to the audience whether they want to love it or burn it. I'm pretty sure they'll like it. There were a lot of love for both mythos and a lot of heart for both mythos went into this movie, and I'm confident that the audience will see that.
I think
Also,
Gary
Batman
said-
fighting Shredder. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
that's it. But yeah,